So Tyranitar has been picking up steam in Regulation E, but I still think that there's more untapped potential in the Tyrannus Tyrannosaurus. With a unique sport like Houndstone by his side, Tyranitar can actually have some pretty threatening potential. I'm going to break down how this team works and how it counters the current meta. Let's start with the default lead pair of Tyranitar and Houndstone. Tyranitar threatens a ton of common leads both on Cart and on Showdown. Adamant 252 attack Rock Slide KOs standard no bulk Chiennite 81% of the time and heavily chunks the Dragonite that sits beside it. It's really good into Alolan Ninetales and Baxcalibur as well, and his Rock and Dark typing give him the special defense boost in Sand, and that means Size Spam and Trick Room Torkoal don't really want to face him either. Tyranitar does have some glaring weaknesses into some very meta picks, however. Grassy Glide Rillaboom, Drain Punch Iron Hands, Sacred Sword on Chienpao, and Surging Strikes. So how does Tyranitar get around all this? Well, let's enter Houndstone next. With Sand Rush, he's faster than anything not Scarfed or Paradoxical, and Houndstone and Sand can swap spots with Tyranitar to keep him safe from fighting moves, and Will-O-Wisp can often render a standard fake-out lead worthless after turn 1. So let's take that standard Iron Hands Torn lead. Iron Hands will usually use Fake Out, and Torn will set up the Tailwind or try to remove the weather. If we commit our Terra here, we can actually secure a 2 Pokemon advantage right off the bat. Terra Ghost dodges the Fake Out, and Rock Slide can do major damage and even one-hit knock out the Torn if you roll the damage numbers just right. Houndstone can go for a Will-O-Wisp on the Iron Hands to invalidate the standard Assault Vest Iron Hands set, and even if Houndstone is threatened by the Flutter Mane or Chi-Yu, it can protect to suss them out while Tyranitar threatens with the one-hit knockout from Rock Slide or Heavy Slam. And it doesn't really fear anything on that lead other than a Beads of Ruin, Terra Fairy, Specs, Moonblade. There's still some threats that Tyranitar doesn't want to see that Houndstone can't protect him from. This is where we funnel the opponent in. Urshifu Water has a field day with Tyranitar, so if you have Tyranitar out, you can swap Sinistcha into that slot. Sinistcha will take about 20% health from a Surging Strikes and deal back 50% due to the Rocky Helmet. Sinistcha is physically bulky enough to eat Landorus's Earthquakes and Tantrums, Urshifu's Surging Strikes, and Rillaboom's Grassy Glides. And that's if you don't want to commit the Terra Ghost to your Tyranitar, you can swap Sinistcha in on a fighting move or a Fake Out to nullify that Pokemon's whole turn. Terra Water on Sinistcha allows you to threaten fire types that would attack it, and blast it back with a Stab Scald on the attacking fire type. So what about that Beads of Ruin, Specs, Terra Fairy, Moonblast beside Heat Wave that I talked about earlier? For that we have our Assault Vest Heatran. With 4 times resistance to Fairy and immunity to Fire, means we have a great answer to Flutter and Chi-Yu. This also helps answer Blood Moon. The Terra Grass allows us to resist the Earth Power if you read it, and if you read the Hyper Voice or the Blood Moon attack, that also helps. It's hard to read, but it does give you the option to read it. So 2 ground weaknesses and 2 fighting weaknesses on the team before we've even discussed the Ogerpon in the room. We really want a safe, even profitable swap in on these types of attacks. That's where Landorus comes in. Flying to resist fighting and dodge ground type attacks with the benefit of Intimidate to further reduce our fear of physical attackers. With our last slot, I went with a novel Ogerpon Rock set. The idea is to use a Swords Dance and Horde Leech to get multiple Sturdies in a match, or you can use Swords Dance Ivy Cudgel on that timid 252 speed to threaten a huge damage or revenge KO. It's timid max speed with max attack investment, and a Swords Dance Ivy Cudgel, it will one-hit knock out most neutral hits, even without needing that adamant nature. There's also not much health investment to ensure that it's easiest to heal again to full to proc that sturdy again and again. Some weaknesses to look out for on this team is that Tyranitar forsakes his Protect option in order to threaten Hands with Tantrum and to threaten Flutter Mane with Heavy Slam. This means that you don't have the Scouting tool and you don't have the ability to stall out Trick Room or Tailwind. Houndstone only has the one actual attack, and that's a non-stab spread-reduced Snarl coming off of a 50 base power special attack stat. You could also go with a Terra Ghost Last Respects instead to make Houndstone a threat in its own right instead of just a support mon. The ally switch trick will work very well on cart and will work a lot less well in best of 3 open team sheet. Landorus is not the choice scarf U-turn set, which is very strong and worth considering over the bulky berry version. And the Ogerpon set doesn't work as well in practice as it does in theory. Usually just ends up being a revenge killer, 252 speed, faster than most things in the game, hitting with either rock or grass. It does usually accomplish this job pretty well, but sometimes it can actually just end up being pretty useless. The negative speed nature Pelipper will actually set Rain over Tyranitar's Sand, since our speed has 4 speed investment in it. And while this team doesn't actually rely on the Sand, we usually use the Sand to overwrite enemies' weather, such as Ninetales. But Rain actually does scare Tyranitar, Heatran, and Landorus. None of them really want to be eating water attacks. Speaking of water attacks, there's no Rage Powder on Sinistcha, so if you're going to play in a tournament, you will need Rage Powder for Urshifu water. But on cart, Strength Sap does allow you to kind of take out those off-meta and unorthodox attackers. I think moving forward, if I was going to take this to a best of 3 tournament, I would like to put Rage Powder on Sinistcha. I would go with the standard Scarf rather than the bulky berry that mixes people up on cart. Houndstone would definitely need his attack with Last Respects Terra Ghost to make sure that the ally switch is not its one trick gimmick. And Ogerpon might get swapped out for just a Golden Go altogether. Golden Go giving you the good as gold ability is great because it lets you swap 2 different potential things into a Will-O-Wisp and not have to worry about the effects, that and Heatran. And it would let you swap into Spore, which is one of the things that Ogerpon is doing on the team, so you don't lose your Spore immunity. So I think Golden Go is also another good potential option. Does mean your team is a bit special attack heavy, with Sinistcha, Masterpiece, Golden Go, and Heatran all being special attackers. So if you like this team, you can give it a try yourself by building this exact set from the PokePaste, or you can use the code up above if you want to try it out on cart. I am Salamander Speak. I am currently doing a Master Ball run in all 3 competitive Pokemon games on the same competitive season. I've already hit Master Ball in VGC. Next up is TCG and Pokemon Unite. So if you enjoy this type of content, you can go ahead and check out my stream. I hope to see you there. Let's see, Basculegion is adaptability. Alright. So he probably is doing double glides. Which means Tyranitar might actually be a liability. If he does Chiennite, I've got to lead it just in case he's doing Chiennite Dragonite. But we'll go ahead and put Sinistcha in the back. And then Pawn. Yeah. There's either Ogerpon or his Heatran, but I can't risk him using his Ogerpon against my Heatran. Sort of. So Urshifu's still just the better, but Urshifu costs like $100 more. So, does he have Rain Dance? Is he gonna go for Rain Dance here? Right. If he's going for Rain Dance, I'm actually gonna swap into Sinistcha here, and then Houndstone will Will-O-Wisp here. Yeah, Ogerpon is pretty decent, but did I call this right? No, I don't think I did. I think this will be fine. Water Absorb, that's smart. But now that I've got Sinistcha in position, I can go Machagacha and Ally Switch. This way, even if you were going to attack at Sinistcha, you're gonna now hit the Houndstone. Yeah, Ogerpon is very good, but at the most recent regionals, it didn't place in like the top 24 outside of, weirdly enough, Rock and Grass Ogerpon. So the Water and Fire, the two like common forms, absolutely ate shit. Like they were highly used and didn't perform well. Don't you know how Machagacha works? Houndstone down. I don't think crit mattered here. It's a good heal. It's a good heal from the Machagacha. So I'm actually going to do Swords Dance plus Terra Water. If I go Terra Water, I definitely survive Shadow Ball. And I am not really afraid of Ivy Cudgel. He might double up into Ogerpon. That could be a little bad. No, he just followed these. See, Ogerpon is already fast. That was a crit? He needs to stop critting. But yeah. My Ogerpon is absolutely 100% max speed. So, it will outspeed like 90% of the betting. It basically has to be like Flutter Mane with Speed Booster energy. Oh, and here's the funniest thing. You ready for this? So, I am gonna do Horn Leech on you. And Strength Sap on you. Yeah, I knew you were gonna follow me. So check this out. Horn Leech. Aqua Jet. Bonk. Strength Sap reduces your strength. Attack goes down. And Sinistcha heals to full. Now that broke your multi-scale if you had it. Chiennite, huh? Alright, so check this one out. If I go Spiky Shield here, combined with a little bit of that good old-fashioned Machagacha, A Spiky Shield Strength Sap, actually. Yeah. So even if you went for a couple of attacks. Oh, Aqua Jet. Yeah. Sinistra's really strong, right? People are sleeping on Sinistra. So now, Sinistra's reduced both of their attacks. And now, I'm actually going to swap into Tyranitar here. Now that I've reduced both of their attacks by at least one stage. I think I can go for the Nasty Plot. So we'll go ahead and kick up a new Sandstorm. Icicle Crash does not have a good hit rate. But now I've got double special attack. I'm physically bulky. They're both down one attack stage. Which means now they basically have to double into Tyranitar or else Rock Slide kills them both. And I get to go with the Matcha Gotcha. Matcha Gotcha. You're taking more from Rocky Helmet than you're doing to me. Sacred Sword's very strong, though. I'll give you that. Sacred Sword also gets around any attack drops, which sucks. Matcha Gotcha. You got gotcha. By the matcha. Put Ogerpon back on the board. Ogerpon's just kind of here to absorb things. So Spiky Shield. To be fair, if Ogerpon lives long enough to get Ivy Cudgel against Dragonite, it's just an instant KO. It's so tanky. It KO'd him with Rocky Helmet. I love Sinistra. Especially, the game is so physically based right now. Sinistra has a huge physical defense. And then I put a Rocky Helmet on it where if you make contact, you take 1/6 of your health. So... Yep, forfeit. Another W. Alright, so he is going to... He's going to want to set Rain. Rescue Legion. He's got so many good leads. Alright, so I could do Tyranitar. Do Tyranitar Heatran with Sinistra in the back. He's got 1-2 physical attackers. Landorus represents liability, actually. It's just Ogerpons. And it sent me back to like the first Pokeball ring. It's like, that's fine. I don't think I'm afraid of anything that they're trying to do. I'm gonna Stomping the Arcanine. I'm gonna Flash Cannon Grimmsnarl. So even if you... His best bet is if he's swapping into Drizzle. Pelipper. Or just Terra Grass the Arcanine. Terra Fairy, huh? It's starting to get a little chilly. I'm gonna grab my heater. Yeet. Light Screen. Strong and special moves. Terra Fairy, Terra Blast. Okay. Not bad. That's a lot of damage. I bet you're Choice Banded. I bet your max speed investment Choice Band. So it did 130. So funny enough, could invest my Terra Heavy Slam and take out the Arcanine, and in the process, swap into Sinistcha. Yeah, and if I swap into Sinistcha, I can tank the Terra Blast, because he's got the Terra Blast into the Tyranitar slot. It's his only hope. But if it did 130 with super effective, that means it should do 65 when neutral. Oh, that did no damage. The Reflect really came in clutch for him. Alright, so we're gonna switch into the Heatran now to absorb the damage. Just go for Machagacha. Even if you Flare Blitz this slot, which I think you're Choice Band. No, you're not Choice Band because you Rock Slid. Flinch! We'll just go for Heat Wave. What's that? Double flinch? Hate this game. 30% flinch chance happens twice in a row. I think he's knocked out by Sandstorm. No, he's not. Moltres? Moltres, you say? So you've already used your Terra. I'm gonna just go for the easy Peachwolf. You've got a dark type attack. And it's special, so it's probably actually gonna be B out of Sinistcha. Sinistcha's so tanky. So tanky. Sinistcha tanky. Alright, so I'm hitting it with 2 attacks that each have a 30% chance to burn. The crit was actually kind of terrible there, because it means that his special attack boosted. Each time his health goes below 50%, his special attack increases, which sucks. So he's got his own Sinistcha. Oh, it's shiny! Oh, I know it's not heat proof. So my Sinistcha dies here. And in exchange, I might be able to kill his. Because he's just gonna use Fiery Wrath. It's dark, it's AoE. Alright, come on, Heat Wave. Crit might have mattered? I don't know how he's EV'd it. Go ahead and get some Rocky special defense going. So it's 3-on-1, but his 1 is very strong. So we're gonna go Flash Cannon. We're gonna go Rock Slide. We're gonna hope that... Oh wait! I'm weak to Dark because I Terra'd. Alright, it's up to Ogerpon. I'm fully speed invested, right? So I'm gonna go for Ivy Cudgel. And then even if he can't kill me because I'm sturdy. But also this probably just kills. Yeah, just kills. Oh, that was stressful. The double flinch. The double flinch. Okay, I don't know what this guy's going for. I know it's a Trick Room team. Tyranitar good into Trick Room. Ogerpon's got Protect, so that's good. Landers has Protect. I could do... Tyranitar, Ogerpon with... Heatran for the special defense. And Landers also has Protect, so he's probably going to lead Cresselia Iron Hands. Yeah. Yep, Cresselia Iron Hands. So he's going to go Fake Out into Tyranitar. I'm going to knock off the Cresselia. Knockoff isn't quite a kill. I'm going to Ivy Cudgel into the Cresselia slot as well. Yeah, this dodges the Fake Out. Yep, does not affect Tyranitar. And this prevents his Trick Room from getting set up. Oh my goodness! It's full bulk! You are kidding me! It is 252 health, 252 defense. Wow. You have to go for healing here. Yeah. But say you have to go for healing on Cresselia. Alright, so here's the funny thing. I know that you want to use Drain Punch. I mean, I'm gonna... Oh, it's obvious that I want to Stomping Tantrum the Electric Rock. So I'm going to Stomping Tantrum Ferropamus. And your Drain Punch won't do anything into my Landorus. Ursula. Explosion! Wait. Why was its explosion electric type? What? Does it have like something that makes it electric? Alolan Golem. Not Cerebi. Generation 9. Tyranitar's dead here. I'm sorry, Tyranitar. You put up a good fight. Tech Lando. Increases normal type moves by 20% and changes them to electric type. Huh. That is interesting. How many turns do I have left in this stupid Trick Room? Yeah, Golden Goat looks so good. Or maybe it's Ghoul-Dingo? hear me out. How many turns do I have left in the trick room? I've got 1 turn left in the trick room. So, if I do a spiking shield and swap into Heatran, who's got a high special defense, because you wouldn't be physically attacking Landorus with a punch, with a fighting type move, or a ground type move, which are my 2 weaknesses on Heatran. So do I read the Drain Punch into Ogerpon? Hyper Voice is resisted, plus I'm best. Drain Punch into Ogerpon, you take damage. Sandstorm's gone. The Trick Room is gone. He hasn't used his Terra yet. So I could just go... I think I just click super effective moves into people. So he may Terra. And he may use like an Earth Power on Heatran, right? And that would suck. No. Okay. Vacuum Wave isn't going to do anything to Heatran. I'm going to give you the Ivy Cudgel. We're going to switch into Landorus, because Landorus resists Vacuum Wave, and Landorus is immune to Earth Power, so... Oh, didn't matter. Yeah, I don't know what the draw engine for getting metal energy in your hand when you're running Golden Go is, but what is it? It's like 140 for each metal you discard. What? They AFK? Did they DC? Did I get a free win? Alright, let's see if that did it. Yeah, buddy!